Hello, everyone. It's Leo. And I know we're pretty excited about Healing Good. There's a lot to talk about. I am feeling pretty hyped about everything we've heard, but Star Twinkle isn't over yet. And it feels like this last stretch of this amazing season is going to end with a bang. We've seen the Healing Good magazine scans, and it basically took the place of the usual Star Twinkle scans we were going to have this month. But we have a page about Star Twinkle that is pretty peculiar and interesting, which is basically the one we're taking a look at right now. And it's all about Darknest. We are like, I think there are 3 or 4 episodes left of Star Twinkle. 5 if I'm counting Hikaru's one since I haven't watched it. Um, so we're very close to the end, and we know basically nothing about Darknest. But people were theorizing, people were creating lots of different theories, and now we know who Darknest really is. Just look at this. This is Darknest. This beautiful lady right here is Darknest. Who is this woman? What is going on here? Well, this woman is the princess of the Hebitsukaiza constellation. Some people know this constellation by its English name, which is Ophiuchus. I don't really know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and I'm not really sure. But I know this constellation from Saint Seiya because my favorite character from Saint Seiya is based on this constellation, which is China. I love her, and all of her powers are based on snakes, which is basically the theme of this constellation. It's a snake with a man holding the snake. It's something like that. We're going to talk more about the constellation later on, but what's important is that this woman is Darknest. I had my theories, I had my hunches, and it seems that I wasn't really correct. And one important thing to notice is that this constellation is considered the 13th sign of the zodiac. So it ties a lot into what Star Twinkle's been offering so far with the 12 princesses, and we have a 13th princess who is the biggest villain of this season. What is she planning? What is she doing? We don't know, but we can theorize. I just need to give kudos to Agnia because this girl, guess what, witches? I was right. She said it on Twitter because she was the one that solved this riddle earlier than anyone. I commented on Twitter. I wasn't expecting Darkness's identity to end up being a mystery at the end of Star Twinkle, but I'm honestly loving it. It raises so many questions and possibilities. I was talking about this because we had that episode in which Darkness attacked the girls, and then when Darkness returned, it wasn't really Darkness. It was just Notre with Darkness's armor. And Agnia said, through the whole series, I have a feeling Darkness is a woman. And then I had my theory. I think Darkness doesn't exist and it's trying to come back to life, but its story is tied to the princesses somehow. And well, I was kind of right, but Agnia was like on spot. Like she was spot on. She was spot on her theory because yes, Darkness is a woman and it's this beauty right here. It's this beautiful lady. It's this gorgeous, amazing. She looks like a drag queen, and I am in love with this lady right here. I'm just in love with her. I don't know. Her design is like all of the princesses' designs are very cool, but this one packs more of a punch. She has more personality, I think, and I don't know. I feel like I like her a little better than the others. I don't know why, but I do like it, and so I think that we can theorize so many things with this story. We've known that at the start of Star Twinkle, the princesses basically lost a battle in that realm of theirs, and they became pens, and they had to be revived. They had to be saved. They had to be saved by the cures, and Fua was the one that held the key to that. And honestly, like I don't really know how this woman ties into Fua or how this woman ties into the story of Star Twinkle, but well, I think that it's clear to say that she is important because she's part of the princesses. So we don't have 12, we have 13 princesses. She's probably the excluded one. She was like the ugly one. And the princesses looked at her and said, "Girl, you're not part of our sisterhood." And they kicked her out, and she got angry, and then she came back to the cures. Obviously, I'm just joking. And since I don't know much about astrology and the zodiac, but I do like the theme, I do like talking about it, I have made a little research on the Ophiuchus star sign, zodiac, and everything. And there was even a time in which some people tried to change our zodiac. It was some years ago, like 10 years ago, I don't remember exactly. They tried to fit Ophiuchus in our zodiac, in our 12 cases zodiac. But obviously, it didn't work out. It's a very bold thing to do, to be honest. But, anyways, Ophiuchus is not part of the zodiac. And, well, here are some tidbits that I found and why it's not part of the zodiac, why it's an important constellation, and why some people even consider it to be part of the zodiac, and so on. Well, the first thing is that the Ophiuchus is it's said to be between the Scorpio and Sagittarius constellations. We Westerner, well, we on Earth, we use a system that was created in Babylonia. So the Babylonians created this system in which the sky was divided into 12 different sections. And those sections were divided based on the months and the cycles of the moon. So we have 4 cycles of the moon, and so like in which each month there are 4 cycles, and then we go to the next month. In each of those 12 houses, there is a main constellation. And so, like, 12 constellations were chosen, one in each section. And as the year progresses and as the Earth rotates around the sun, the sun passes through each of the 12 constellations. So, on the day you were born, the sun was in a specific constellation, and that is your star sign. Ophiuchus was chosen not to be part of the 12 constellations, even though the Babylonians knew of its importance. They knew of its existence and its importance, but they decided not to put it there. There are some reasons, and honestly, there's a very interesting article about this, and I'm going to leave a link in the description box so you guys can go there and read the article, because it's very interesting, and it's a very long read, and everything I'm saying here is very simplified. So one of the reasons that Ophiuchus, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, I'm sorry. One of the reasons of Ophiuchus not being part of the 12 constellations is that there is another constellation, Orion, which is kind of like the opposite constellation. It's in an opposite position of Ophiuchus, and it's kind of an opposing twin constellation. So both of them should be included. If we were to actually, include Ophiuchus, the logical thing would be to include Orion as well, because both of them bear the same importance somehow. And both of them also share some interesting mythological connections. And a 14 constellation, a 14 section year would not work out for mathematical reasons, and so neither one of those two were included. Also, another thing to notice is that when the sun is going through Scorpio and Sagittarius, it's in the south part of like the constellations thing, opposed to when it's going north, like when it's going on Taurus and Gemini. So I'm a north type of person. Does it mean something like that? Anyways, so when the sun is going through Scorpio and Sagittarius, where Ophiuchus is supposedly in, it's going south, and Ophiuchus is north. So it would make no real sense for the sun to be going south, to be in its south position, and to actually, be on the north part and go through Ophiuchus and return to the south position to go back to Sagittarius. Like, it would make absolutely no sense. Also, the moment the sun is supposedly in or is supposedly symmetrical to Ophiuchus, it's a cycle of like 18 days. It doesn't complete a whole month, so it would not work mathematically as well. So I don't know. I, it's just I don't know why I'm saying this, but it's interesting to talk about this since we have like lots of different reasons for this beautiful lady right here, this beautiful drag queen, to not be included in the 12 princesses. Would some of those mythological questions be will they be raised in Star Twinkle, and what are her intentions behind everything that's been going on, and why does she want to claim the realm for herself? At least that's what it seems. And why does she need Fua for? Lots of questions and lots of interesting questions happening right at the end of Star Twinkle. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I love it. And this woman right here is already my queen. I hope she wipes those princesses, because honestly, those princesses, they just sit there doing nothing and helping nothing. The girls, like, they just talk, 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 and do nothing. I mean, this woman right here, she did more than all the 12 princesses together in Star Twinkle. I'm just joking, but I'm obviously not rooting for her, even though I really want to see her kick some ass, because I'm pretty sure she's going to be a queen, a real queen, powerful and beautiful. Anyways, guys, this is the info we have so far on the Ophiuchus princess, or the Hebitsukaiza princess. And I cannot wait to see her in action in Star Twinkle. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.